internet at the house, I bought a pass to the Xfinity hotspot that's in proximity of the house.
Well, see, I come from a highly educated university, so when I come out and speak to these white trash, I gotta dumb myself down. I gotta dumb myself down. Dumb myself down.
Okay.
So if it cuts out, that's the reason. But
Xfinity hotspot. That must feel terrible and painful.
it's pretty random when it works and when it doesn't. It's actually been working real good today. But
At least it's slightly better than having a DSL line that cuts out on you randomly.
I have to say, Omega, having you back, it
warms my soul, to be honest.
warms the cockles of my heart.
Oh yeah, those two. My soul cockles, mostly.
So if you guys look on our channel, I uploaded way more sounds than are there, but YouTube rejected a bunch of them, so...
Neat.
It, like, reject them? Why?
I'm not sure.
They had, like, incredibly long names that will
No?
do it, but okay. Yeah, I learned that the hard way with the Billy Harrington.
He couldn't handle the load.
Right.
Episode that length of the episode name for that episode of WrestleLess made it so I couldn't upload it to YouTube. So
That's
I had to
amazing.
shorten it.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like it says the name of the show in the description because of, and it's like the episode. I don't know. I made like some joke about in the title. Also, I made the WrestleLess playlist public from my profile. God, you fucking leaked it.
Yeah!
You fucking madman.
I'll take What Will I Shout When I'm Killed in Fortnite in about 20 or 30 seconds for 500, Alex.
Wait, where did Rhythm go?
Rhythm had too much cock. Could not stand all the cock.
Yappa pie.
Yappa pie. There you go.
Please retire.
I took off the Big Show part just because I figured it would make it more versatile.
It would.
All right. Are we ready?
I believe. Let's check the thing here. I believe we're ready.
I said, oh.
Oh yeah, episode number 310 of the Smark Snark podcast. We're doing it. We're doing it right now. My name is Gunner. That over there is Mega BR.
Finally back. I was binge watching Glow.
Yeah, and then having more contract negotiations because you need to be paying more. Blah 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 blah. Also joining us this
Look
week
for my
is our
Funko
wonderful.
Pop at Hot Topic this January.
Oh my god. Also joining us this week is our wonderful technical producer, Mr. Yankum DDS. My God, he has figured out how to. If you guys remember the old, the old podcast,
The team speak. Yeah, we had a soundboard. Now we have a soundboard again. I'm working on expanding it.
Maybe we'll get some.
Oh my God,
great.
those glow Funko Pops.
Those little Funko Pops are great. Also joining us this week is Net Jester.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? I'm a little bit discombobulated as I'm not only doing the podcast right now, but I'm playing Fortnite on Switch, which is a whole bunch of problems.
Yeah, your first problem is you're playing it on a console.
There are children that are 1/3 your age playing that game right now.
So there's children 1/3 my age doing everything, you know.
Well,
At some point, you just get to a point where you're just old enough where it's fuck it.
I'm just waiting for Yankum to do the bisexual quote here.
we don't have that one. That's one of the ones
we do.
YouTube. That's one of the ones YouTube denied.
Dog. Samus Dog is here. Who is a Woomy? Why is a Woomy?
Don't worry about it. You either know or you don't.
Vassar.
Demo.
Hello.
And Shao Kahn.
I have no idea what is going on anymore.
Oh, man.
You and me both.
I'm kind of scared.
You shouldn't be. It's okay. I understand. You just kind of go with it, and then you hope it's over quickly.
Just like my thing of Fortnite,
Love life?
as I did right
Oh,
now.
Just
my
like your
God.
love life.
Oh my God.
Are we becoming a Fortnite on Switch podcast?
No,
I'm all
fuck.
about it.
God damn it.
No,
No.
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 Even I wouldn't go that far.
I can't wait until they're like fidget spinners.
I would
Fortnite just goes away.
I would sell this podcast out in a minute if I thought it would make us money, but not that.
Anything but that.
Good
So
to know
fast,
where your
so,
principles stand, Yankum.
So just so y'all know, Yankum will be playing Fortnite on the Smark Snark Twitch channel for the rest of the year.
Just come
All
watch
right.
me play
Please,
Fire
no.
Pro whenever I get my internet back.
All right. I can't wait for that. That's going to be so great. By the way, the
Plus, I
E1
play off
tournament-
a stream. You know, like when Russell West isn't going on, I do play
Right.
occasionally, and that's
the,
usually fun.
The E1 tournament looking fantastic, by the way. We are through night 4 of tapings, and it is just one of the it is one of the most fun tournaments I've ever seen. Just
Yeah. Yeah, I'm having a blast doing it.
Night 3 was a little slow, but it picked back up on night 4.
night 4 is fantastic. All right, let's do this. Bray Wyatt was involved in a multi-car accident this past Friday where he was cited for careless driving, hitting the car in front of him, causing that car to hit another. He sustained injuries that kept him off Raw. Ruby Riott suffered a sprained MCL against Dana Brooke at Rapid City House Show, which she was mired by travel issues, resulting in several stars missing the show. Several notable names received tryouts at the WWE Performance Center this week, including the former Laurel Van Ness, Robbie E., Rory Gulak, the Team 3.0, Blaster McMassive, the Sons of Devon Dudley, Terrence and Terrell, ACC Wrestling Champion Jacob Casper, the Hughes twins, Heidi Alamai, Gabby Ortiz, Ava Story, and Jake Omen.
Robbie E. and Carmella win.
Yes, please. I would like to see that.
Just have Robbie E. come in and take Carmella away from James Ellsworth.
Aw, no love for the Crimson Chin.
Well, he'll be a big part of the storyline. That's the whole point. Is Robbie is going to be the
Yeah.
one leading him on the leash now.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Really going to take that.
Oh, you know what?
You know what's
That'd
going
be
to happen.
good though.
I want to. I kind of want to. I'm so curious about Devon's sons. I want to know if they're any good.
I haven't
because they're-
really-
Or they've gotten better.
Yeah, they're
Because they were in
Devon's.
TNA?
Imagine two guys, Devon-sized, who have been raised in the business, born into it. They got a chance to be fucking amazing. So I hope they're damn good. That'd be it. It would add to the. I think it would be the third set of twins, basically, on the tag roster for NXT.
So who's been training him? Is it Devon or someone else?
Probably Devon, since he runs a
Yeah,
wrestling
well,
school.
it's the Team 3D school
Yeah.
down there in Florida. So it's Devon, Bubba, probably Velvet, a couple other people, more than likely.
I don't
the other
think
people
Velvet's
on
training
here.
them to fucking wrestle, dude. No,
yeah.
I mean maybe some showmanship, but that's about it.
Give me a Team 3.0. Give me Laurel Van Ness. Because yes, and
Yes,
then and the feud I want to see, Robbie E versus the Dream, the Velveteen Dream, because that would be dope. I'm just saying.
Might be interesting.
I would have to assume Laurel is a very likely signing, considering her relationship with Zack Ryder, and also that they've got a new Man Classic coming up, and she's a perfect fit for that.
She is.
Yeah,
Breaking
saw
news.
hers, and
Breaking
she
news.
is pretty good.
You're
Well,
not,
do
you're not
we
gonna,
have a news bit?
You have a news one. Do it. Breaking news. God damn it, Jacob.
I can only type so fast.
Breaking news. Reports are saying that Rey Mysterio has signed a 2-year deal with the WWE. Womp womp.
Boy.
Contract, or is that a normal contract?
I hope it's a Legends contract. That'd be fine.
I actually heard
Ray.
those reports were false.
Oh,
Oh.
well, that's
Are
good.
So no Ray versus Brock at the next WrestleMania.
I did not realize those were false reports. I apologize.
So,
Well, who knows?
So,
Really? I mean, I think WWE is gonna tout it loud and proud when they finally do sign him. To, you know, stick it to everybody else.
I kind of assumed it was true because the more I thought about All In, the most likely matchup for Okada was Rey Mysterio. Like that probably was the best choice as far as if you want to draw the crowd in the eyeballs.
I don't feel like they would.
I know there are other guys, but just from
did
a
you realize that
perspective
they
of
announced the?
Yeah, I know what they announced, but it's still not at the same level.
Yeah, but the thing is,
it feels
Ray's allowed to fulfill the rest of his indie dates. He's getting the Samoa Joe treatment.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. To me, this screams of a retirement deal. Basically, one last run in the WWE, the Hall of Fame induction.
That means, then. You know what that means?
No, I don't want to know what that means. The Hall of Fame induction, and then afterwards, Legends contract, and the whole 9 yards, so the merch and all that shit.
Mysterio, 3-time WWE champion.
I just want to talk about how disappointing like Okada versus Skrull sounds.
What? Are you kidding me?
I just think they're. I don't think it's a bad match, but to me, it feels like a replacement match for someone else. That's kind of why I think Bray is not going to be there. Or he was supposed to be in that match, and WWE said no.
The thing is, like, the match itself is probably going to be good, but you can probably see this. Like, this match just should be like on a Rev Pro or an ROH or a New Japan like clusterfuck match. Like, if you're going to have like Okada at this kind of show, you should have him face someone who's not New Japan or Ring of Honor.
Well, you're not going to have too many of those people, on this show, in my opinion.
Dude, to me, the money match was Okada versus Pentagon.
Oh, right.
Two of the very hottest properties in the entire world. They're not going to meet anywhere else on the planet except for right there. That's the whole point of the show, isn't it?
I would think so. All right.
Mark's 2000, War of the Worlds show.
Moving on. The wrestlers signed to the new NXT UK brand have 1-year deals worth around $31,000. The WWE has the option of ending the deals at the 4 and 8 month mark, and talents are banned from working for other companies with TV deals or major online followings. The first tapings begin July 28th and 29th in Cambridge, where the new UK Tag and Women's Champions will be crowned. Deonna Purrazzo has signed a developmental contract and is unable to attend the All In event, which prompted Cody to tell her to take a big step forward during her photo with Triple H, as he likes to make people look shorter than him.
Wow.
How tall is H anyway?
6'2".
He ain't short. Yeah, I was gonna say 6'2", 6'3".
Sorry, 6'4". I'm now having dreams of me towering over Trips
You
and
very,
trying to.
you very likely actually do tower over Triple H. Most heights and weights, of course, are just gimmicks.
Yep.
Usually a good 3 to 4 inches more than they actually are. I assume he's about 6'1", 6'2" in real life.
Fun fact, Daniel Bryan is about 5'7.5" and 180. Rey Mysterio is a legit 5 foot.
I was going to say, we've had this conversation before where Minoru Suzuki is one of the baddest men on the planet, but he is a maybe 6 foot, maybe 200-pound man. Like, it's more
He
about,
always fought at light heavyweight.
it's more about presence than it is about size.
Yeah,
Which is why Baron Corbin fucking sucks, because he only has size.
Yeah, Baron Corbin is awful. Not gonna lie. Anyways, moving on. After years of delay, Io Shirai is officially signed with WWE. Steve Austin revealed on Talk is Jericho that his entrance music was inspired by Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine. The Young Bucks Funko Pops were the best-selling item last week at all Hot Topic stores nationwide. WWE stock on July 3rd closed at $74.04 a share. Rusev claimed this week that he was originally pulled from the casket match at the Greatest Royal Rumble due to not believing he was really getting the match and tweeting, "Bury me softly." Taylor Hendricks has gone on social media to accuse Jay Lethal of influencing ROH to remove her in retaliation for not sleeping with him. Where do you guys want to start with this?
Dude, WWE stock is at $75 fucking a share right now.
Yeah, that's an all-time high, isn't it?
Every single time we talk about their stock, they're at an all-time high, and it's not going up by like 1 or 2 points. It's going up by like 10 or 20.
Listen, back when they first opened it opened at like a little less than $30 a share, if I remember. And it never
$19.99.
It never ever hit that point again until now. Like the average has always been like $15 max.
The
12 to 15.
The infamous story is that JBL got the stock and sold out the very first day because he knows. But now, I mean, if you've held on to that stock for 30 years or 20 years or whatever it's been, it's finally eclipsing that value.
Right, and then the cost of return of actually holding it is actually worth it now because of the amount of profit that it's made over the time and the the interest that it's actually covered. So essentially, you have made money on this if you've kept it for that long.
If you've actually kept it, yeah, when it was like $12. I just checked it, it's $75.34.
Should have bought some shares when it was $12.
Should have bought some shares before they announced the network.
Yeah, that's true. That was the point where it started the slow uphill climb, and basically every major announcement since then has been an upward. But there's not any real, other than the Melbourne show, there's not really any huge announcements that have come out. So,
and the product hasn't been
still rising.
Well, the new ones that are coming out, the next ones that are coming out are going to be the international TV deals, specifically the ones in England and the ones in India and somewhere in Asia.
This is specifically because of the TV deals, the USA deal and the Fox deal. That's the reason. I mean, the fact that they're getting so much money, that is the reason.
I know that's totally the reason, but it's weird. We've already had the rise from that announcement is the thing. It's weird to see the stock continuing, and it shows that there's it's a strong brand and investors are interested in it. But it's kind of crazy. It's been a month or so since they announced all those deals. To keep rising at this rate is incredible.
Yep. Okay, so I have a question, and this is a real Virgil tweet that happened 4 minutes ago.
Great. You hit the breaking news sound, Yank.
Okay. All right.
Breaking news from Virgil's Twitter.
Yeah, how many years is that going to take?
This is your 4 options. Breaking news. At the real Virgil 5 minutes ago. Should I start a podcast, sell myself the devil, bathe in meat sauce, sell picks forever?
I mean, is even selling his soul like
There's
is
a link to
is the devil?
To be nice, how much is the current market value there? Yeah.
For a soul?
So
It's
guess
pretty
what's
tainted
winning?
soul.
For
Guess what's winning?
Virgil's soul.
Yeah, I feel like he's not going to get a lot.
I'm assuming it's the meat sauce thing.
Totally the meat sauce.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
That's
Social media was a huge mistake.
It was. Let's move on.
By the way, I gotta say, getting Taylor Hendricks blackballed because you got blue balled is pretty hilarious.
I guess
It is
regarding
pretty
the
hilarious.
signing, I guess can't wait for Io Shirai to become one of the best wrestlers, most dynamic wrestlers to the world. Oh, she's on the roster too.
What is this years of it's literally been a year. It's been 1 year. They pursued her last year at the Mae Young.
Yeah, and they pursued her a little bit before that too, but not really. But anyway.
See what it's done for Kairi Sane.
See what it's done for Asuka.
Hey, how about them, Asuka?
More like Jobska.
Yep.
Right.
Hey.
Yank, I'm still trying to work out the kinks here. Jesus.
Running this company into the ground.
Yes, into the ground. Okay, so now let's go to the 15-minute time limit, Yanko. We tried doing that like 2 minutes ago, but you totally missed the cue.
What?
You blew it again.
Excellent.
And Yankum. This is great. All right. So, he started the Smark Snark Family Feud WrestleMania edition. Ooh.
You
What
did
the
it
fuck
again.
was this thing?
And now smash this podcast. What are you doing?
You guys suck.
Skip it quick. Oh my god. What the hell? All right, that's good enough. That's good enough. Stop trying. Stop. Oh my
Wow.
god.
What a
My
journey.
Took you 4 fucking tries, you nerds.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna message Jacob something.
You know what the
and
worst
this
part
how
is? I
feel
just
about
now remembered that I have a key for that.
message Jacob something, and that's how I feel about this current situation.
Our wonderful
That's
technical producer, everyone.
Well, I mean,
That's you, Jacob. That's you. Completely zoomed in, but that's you. So Daniel Bryan, Team Hell No got back together this week. Still leaving. What do you guys think?
I fucking hope he is. I'd give anything for him too.
Okay, dog. Give me the reasons why he is, and then give me what you think he might do first. Beyond bang his wife.
I don't know what he would do because he's just kind of an enigma like that. I assume he would go wrestle somewhere pretty much as fast as possible. The safe bet is New Japan. It has all the people he wants to wrestle, and Nagata, who is kind of his mentor. I just look at this situation as like, this is the most popular superstar you've had since The Rock. I mean, Cena is a big star, but he is not nearly as well liked as Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan does not get fucking booed for anything. He can do whatever he wants. He's at Austin level now. He could flip off people and just kick them. If he did all that shit, he would be 10 times more popular. He's beloved. And to have him return and to have, I can understand a shitty feud with a guy like Big Cass, who you really want to get over. And the storytelling at least kind of made sense, even if it was stupid. But now he's just stuck in a tag team, and you've made every other tag team look like fucking idiots on the entire roster. And this is the most popular guy you've had on the roster since in decades. Why would you stay if you're Daniel Bryan? There's no benefit to you whatsoever.
Well,
he could work a lighter schedule as an independent guy, working just some New Japan dates and like a couple of big indies, maybe ROH, and he could be around his kid, and he wouldn't have to put up with WWE's bullshit. He'd still be making lots of money, still be just as popular. There's really not a bad side on his, except maybe a little bit less money.
All right, Jester.
yeah, are we 100% positive that in this day and age there is just a little less money to be made in the indies, that they're almost at the level, not quite, but almost at the level of WWE? Or is the leap greater than we think it is, and that's why he's staying for financial security?
Well, that shows you how much you've been paying attention to anything with the news that has to do with Cody in the past couple months.
Well, Cody.
And the Bucks.
And a lot of other people. I mean, you didn't pay attention to the news this week when the number one selling thing.
They've got a lot of irons in the fire besides just working the dates. They've got their own merchandise, which nobody else gets a part of. They've got their own personal appearances, which nobody else like WWE
don't
gets a
think
part
that
of.
Daniel Bryan or somebody else of that caliber can go do that shit and make more money than them?
We're talking about Daniel Bryan is the most popular wrestler in the world right now, more than likely. I mean, he is probably the most well-liked wrestler on the planet. Wherever he goes, people are going to follow him to some degree.
I mean, if let's say it's Big Cass, right? We're talking about here. I would worry a lot more about Big Cass making that kind of money than I would about Daniel Bryan.
And dude, if he went on the independent scene right now, he could find someone 10 times better than the WWE shirt designers to make him some t-shirts, sell about 10 million of those, and just be golden.
Okay, who do you think would have better sales, CM Punk or fucking Daniel Bryan out of process?
Bryan.
Jesus.
Bryan, because he'd be the new face. It'd be the first time to be able to do that just outside WWE.
And also first.
But I mean, talk about a three-headed monster right there. You got CM Punk, you got Daniel Bryan, and you got the Bucks, all potentially in the independent scene at the same time, moving tons of merch, making a lot of money, and bringing people with them.
Another potato? Do you think he'll have another kid?
Well, yeah. Once you pop, you know. Frankly.
You're right.
It's very likely. I'm not saying they're going to go out and have like 20 kids, but they're probably going to have a few.
Right.
Talk of potatoes is making me hungry.
Omega, what do you think?
I think on the indie scene, he would really have to hustle. I mean, you know, he has to actually get the shirts made, do that whole deal, you know, meet and greets. You know, a big part of the independent scene is being pretty much everywhere at once these days. I mean, that's why like the Bucks and even Kenny Omega are making so much and are so popular. And you know, he does have a wife and daughter now. He's got the prospect of another kid. You know, I guess what I'm saying is he could make a ton of money on the indie scene, but not easy money compared to WWE. I'm not even sure he could make as much as he can in WWE. A lot, but not, you know, as much. Not that the money is what he's in for, but he, like I said, he does have a family now, and you know, he ain't getting any younger. And
I don't think any of the fans would be disappointed if you went back for the money, but it's really going to depend upon what kind of deals WWE offer him. If WWE offers him like $3 to $4 million a year for a few years, he's obviously going to stay. I don't think anyone's going to have a problem with that. If they're offering him about $1 million a year, he could easily make that on the independent scene, and he wouldn't have to work too hard. If he signed a deal with something like Pro Wrestling Tees or any of these different brands that have popped up, Suplex would be a perfect home for him.
Well, hold on a second. Think about this for a minute. So you know how the WWE just signed those big TV deals, right?
Oh yeah.
That means
how their stock is $75 a share.
Right. So they might have a little money to throw around for these contracts. I'm not saying that everyone's
Oh, they
going to take
definitely
like a giant deal, but that could happen.
30
I think
million over 6 years is not improbable for Daniel Bryan. $5 million a year for the next 6 guarantees retirement in your company. It's very possible.
I think, yeah, and they're petty enough to do that they would be like, oh, you don't like that deal? Well, here's this deal just because we don't want you to wrestle for anybody else and for them to make money. Like that's their MO is to like stop other companies from being able to even exist. Like not even compete with them, like to even just exist.
The real X factor in all this is the rest thing. Because remember, he made it clear that if he wasn't cleared by WWE, he was going to leave. Now he has been. But, they're kind of slow building it. They're not putting him against, AJ and Nakamura right away. They're putting him against, Big Cass and the Bludgeons. It's a matter of, let's say he stays and they continue that slow build, but he has to get that impact test after every match. Let's say they don't clear him again, and then he's locked in and he can't wrestle. Exactly. Let's say he goes on the indie scene, which is the hottest it's ever been, arguably, facing, all these New Japan and Ring of Honor guys. And, the only person who can tell him not to wrestle is himself. So
I think, and Brie, but I think that the two biggest things that you're going to take out of this is that he could help. He could make New Japan make that jump from the small promotion, because it's 1/20th of the size right now currently of WWE, cost wise, actual financial value. He could help them actually expand into the worldwide presence that they need to be.
I mean, how recent are those stats though? Because
Yeah,
WWE's
past couple months.
Okay, but even still, that's before. That was about 50 or 55 a share, and now we're 20 more than that. So,
right, exactly.
I don't know. I don't want to see him stay because I can already see the writing on the wall, and Vince is petty.
Yeah.
Shao Kahn, what do you think?
I think he's going to leave. I made this prediction to a few of my friends the other week. Here's the thing. They pretty much kind of misdiagnosed his concussion issues. It wasn't nearly as bad as what they said it was, and they kept him out of action for 2 years? And now he comes back, he's red fucking hot. Everyone, like he said, he's the most popular wrestler around. And he immediately gets put in a throwaway tag match at WrestleMania. And then his first singles feud is against Big Cass, who Big Cass can't even have a fucking good match with Bryan Danielson. So that was pretty much a waste of time. They ended up firing Cass. And now they stick him in the tag team division with Team Hell No against the Bludgeon Brothers. And like what Dog was saying, and in the process, made the actual tag teams look like jokes. And hell, even recently in an interview, Bryan kind of shit-talked creative a little bit of WWE, so he's kind of in that I don't give a fuck.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, so...
I mean, it's kind of hard to remember when he does that recently, because he's basically been doing that for the past 3 to 4 years.
For those that don't remember, it was, or don't know, it was, I forget the name of the podcast, I apologize, but they asked him, talking about The Miz, the feud with The Miz, and this idea that it's one of the biggest, grandest storylines they could have done in years. And I think the guy actually said one of the best of all time, but I don't know about that. But basically the idea, can you build this match to WrestleMania? And Bryan laughs and he goes, you really trust WWE to build this thing and reference it and, shape it all the way to WrestleMania?
Yeah, it's gonna end up like, if anything, a SummerSlam match if Team Hell No doesn't last through till then.
I really
Daniel's
hope they don't laugh.
Daniel's contract ends in September. This is the perfect way, like literally September 1st or September 30th, one of the two. I forget which one it was, but it's like one of those two. It ends.
But September 1st, because that's the day of All In.
Right, exactly. But that was the big speculation: is if Daniel actually shows up to All In right after the contract expires, because it doesn't necessarily have a 90-day clause. He could. There's all this other shit that's going on with it. So basically, in my opinion, Daniel's leaving. He's completely leaving. He's ready to leave. This feud is for him to negotiate the contract with, because they want it to be easy. This CTE testing is for his benefit, and they're going to try to drill it home to him that that's the best for him. But he's not going to listen, and he'll come back in 5 years, and he'll come back a legend, with Ultimo Dragon, with the New Japan IC heavyweight, never, the NWA championship. I actually
with all the ladies coming out in like swimsuits holding the belt.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
Liger treatment.
No, it's going to be.
He's got to have the NWA and like all of the ROH titles, because he just is ROH now.
Right.
Right.
He's in next year's Bola. He
is PWG champion.
He is PWG champion.
And that's the one that he's wearing around his waist.
He's the Evolve champion. Him and Paul London reform to make the Dolphin tag team again.
The Swarm.
Seriously, the Dolphin tag team?
Fuck yeah, dude. Combat Dolphins or
the Dolphins, baby.
Okay. And I know we're at the end of the 15-minute time limit, but I've just got to put this out real quick. I kind of liked the fact that Team Hell No was back, but we do know it's not going to be as good as it was the first time around. But these two guys are good together. You didn't laugh during SmackDown during their numerous segments. I mean, I thought all that stuff was pretty damn funny.
All right, let's do the Dairy Queen drive-thru ratings. Vassar.
And now it is time for the ratings. Starting off with Impact, it is 254,000 viewers, down from the 262,000 the week previous. Onto SmackDown with 2.707 million, up from 2.663 million the week previous. And finally, Raw with 2.707, up. Wait, what the heck?
No way Raw and somebody screwed up. No way Raw and SmackDown got the exact same ratings.
Somebody found the wrong ones.
It's all right.
Well, anyways, usually, I should have checked
get
it.
them bean counters in here, motherfucker. You counted them beans wrong.
Since they counted them beans wrong, you can count them beans right with the birthdays.
Them human beings.
It has been fixed. So the 2.707 million was Raw's rating, and SmackDown's was 2.013 million, down from 2.135 million. And that is it for the ratings.
Baby.
Dog with the birthdays.
$4 billion, 2 million viewers a week. I guess they're getting NXT too, so it's like 3 million.
Raw creeping up to 3 mil again.
Yeah. Anyways, happy birthdays. Happy birthdays today to Piro Lionel Sotelo. Also to Little Tokyo, Shigeru Akamane. Also to Ivan Gomez, to Roland Kirchmeier, to Tony Charles, to Billy Jack, and to Dave Weber. And then tomorrow, happy birthday to Vince McMahon Sr. Also happy birthdays to Moose Morowoski, Ray Mendoza, Kenny Arden, and Isaac Rain. Then on the 7th, happy birthdays to Sander Kovacs, to Smasher Sloan, to Hercules Cortez, to King Kong the Gorilla Man, also to Chris Duffy and Michael Farhat. Then on the 8th, happy birthdays to Ed Whalen, to Jerry Valiant, to Celie Samara, to El Supremo, to Sheikh Mar Allah, and to Charles Balageron. And then on the 9th, Happy birthdays to Terry Yorkston and to Ben Asariati. And then on the 10th, happy birthdays to Bobo Brazil, Johnny Grunt, Robert McCoy, Lou Klein, and Kiyotaka Atsubo. And then on the 11th, happy birthday to the Crusher, Reginald Lisowski. Also to Jim White, to Mike Sharp Sr., to Ernie Holmes, and then to Tom DeMarco. Those are the birthdays.
Wow.
And now it is time for This Week in Wrestling with Omega BR.
Yes, this weekend, wrestling history, second night 85, where Al Madrill and Chavo Guerrero defeat American Force for the Texas All-Star Wrestling Texas Tag Team title in San Antonio, Texas. Jump to 1990, where Brutus Beefcake suffered serious facial injuries during a parasailing accident in Lutz, Florida. His nose was crushed, his jaw was wired shut, and 8 steel plates, 40 screws, and more than 100 staples were surgically inserted. B. Brian Blair was with him and credited with saving his life by ensuring he was able to breathe. Beefcake made a full recovery but would not return to the ring until 3 years later. And in 2002, Axel Law defeats Sterling James Keenan and Lance Dayton in a tournament final elimination match to become the first NWA East X Division champion. And that was This Weekend Wrestling History.
I must jump in here for 2 seconds, and I apologize. In the immortal words of Bobby the Brain Heenan, yeah, when I first heard what happened to Beefcake, I thought he joined a hockey league. He said he had a face-off.
Fucking
Dear Jesus. By the way, Sterling James Keenan, you might know him better as Corey Graves.
Yep.
Happy Trails this week to the friends and family of former Tough Enough winner Matt Capitelli, who passed away at the age of 38 after a lengthy battle with brain cancer. The reason he won Tough Enough, and then they found out he had brain cancer, and basically he been fighting it the entire time.
That's a fucking break.
Yeah, I've actually got to meet Matt Capitelli before. He was actually a trainer at OVW and was around the shows a lot. Very genuine dude, one of the nicest dudes you'll ever meet, and sad that he's gone.
Happy Trails to Cedric Alexander, who was married to Ariel Monroe this week.
Oh, that just, it warms the...
You got stuck there.
Yeah, I get booed for Bobby the Brain Heenan, and he gets
cockles in my heart.
Cock.
But does this mean she's going to leave Rise and come to WWE?
Hey, Omega. So this is the part of the show where we do the button. But Omega BR said he has the button. So, Omega BR, what's the button?
The button this week is, if you press the button, Daniel Bryan leaves WWE and he goes to all your favorite promotions. He does New Japan, he does Ring of Honor, he does PWG, he does Revolution Pro, he does all the UK guys, he does AAA even, he does...
All right, so let me do CMLL, not AAA.
He does both. Why not? He's all over the place. He does your local indie that, has no business booking him. He does every appearance you could possibly hope for having left WWE. But the night before WrestleMania, on whatever super duper show he's on, he suffers an injury. The doctors tell him it's a risk, and he decides to retire. So effectively, he leaves WWE and spends a good October, November, December, January, February, March, April, 7 months on the scene doing every possible big show, the Tokyo Dome, Ring of Honor, everything. But after 7 months, he's done for good. Would you press that button?
We'll start here at the bottom with Yankum. Yankum.
Pass. Let me think about it for a minute.
Vassar.
Sort of like the question from last week where he ends up accidentally injuring someone. I don't want to see him either injuring someone else or ending his own career, even if it is a hell of a 7 months. So no.
Save his dog. Shao Kahn, excuse me. He goes, Shao Kahn is still here.
Pass. I have to think about it too.
All right, save his dog.
I should clarify. He's fine, but the doctors, and he said this before. He said if the doctors tell him it's too big a risk, he'll quit.
Right.
So he's fine. He'll live a nice
Oh,
full life.
okay. If he's fine,
he's got
then
7 months left in wrestling, and that's
Thank
it.
you. I
7 months
appreciate
of
that
wrestling.
clarification.
I still say no.
Okay.
I would like to
And,
see him have another few years on him at least.
Yankum.
then I guess yeah. I mean, if he's fine, and then he's got 7 months of great wrestling, and then I know he's riding off into the sunset to live happily ever after with Brie stooping and making babies and whatnot. Then yeah, why not?
Dog.
I ironically had a very similar idea, and I'll tell you after we all answer. But I don't think I could do it just because I don't think 7 months is enough. I want 2 to 3 more years of Daniel Bryan, maybe 4 if he can do it. I want to see him do like a good year of New Japan. Him in the G1 would be amazing, even if not 2. I want 2 Tokyo Domes. God damn it, I'm greedy.
Shao Kahn.
Yeah, 7 months isn't enough for Daniel Bryan. I want at least 3 to 5 years more of Daniel Bryan.
Jester.
I'm sorry, I gotta go with them. I'm pretty greedy when it comes to Dick Butt. I think he should have as much time as we can with him. As much as I'd love to get him out of the WWE, that's too high a price to press that button.
Omega, what would you do?
You know, I tend to agree. I don't necessarily, it really is a hard decision because it's like, do you get everything you've ever wanted in a short amount of time, or do you get more time with the risk of not getting anything? One of the oldest conundrums, I think. Live fast, die young, or live long and
die hard.
Poor, poor hard, yeah. But for the sake of having done it, I think more time. Considering he came back from the injury, I think time is what he wants above all else. So I probably would not push it.
So I guess I'm going to pick the unpopular opinion here. I want the 7 months. I would rather have quality matches in quality instances because we have, let's see here, we have a whole bunch of, we have All In. We could start it All In because we can assume here that he starts it All In. And then you have the
Rock and Wrestling Cruise.
Right, the Rock and Wrestling Cruise.
I forgot about that.
You have big events in the fall. What's the New Japan event?
Let's say for argument's sake, he appears at All In and then takes a red eye to Philadelphia Easton to appear at King of Trios Night 3.
Hell yeah, dude! I would. Oh my god!
Isn't NJPW Road to Destruction in the fall?
Yes, Road to Destruction. Okay, I want you guys to think about this for a second. Quackenbush versus fucking Daniel Bryan.
Oh my god, yes.
In Chikara, Night 3. Yes.
Yes.
He goes to Mexico like he wants to. And he does the CMLL and AAA. And
he can do Triple Mania, can he?
Yes, he can. Triple Mania. He does Triple Mania. He does whatchamacallit, a CMLL show, which is about to happen.
Him versus Dr. Wagner.
Yes. Him versus Pentagon. Oh my god, him versus Pentagon.
You could do that somewhere else, though.
Yeah, I'd like to see him
do it
versus
all in.
Wagner and CMLL.
I would do it all in.
The anniversary show is the middle of September, so he could do it.
Right.
That's
he does
where
ROH.
allegedly. That's where allegedly LA Park's putting his mask up.
ROH Final Battle, which is always a great show. PWG, couple PWG shows in the middle there. You can see that happening. And then you have Dominion, and he wins the heavyweight. He wins the New Japan belt there.
The word going around, they're doing another Long Beach show after the Cow Palace show. A couple months. That's the word going around.
Right. And then you lead up all the way to WrestleMania weekend, and then he injures himself on the final show of the evening on WrestleMania weekend.
We're talking about a week full of shows here. Every major promotion.
Right.
Oh yeah. I mean, what should we? That's called WrestleCon, technically, isn't it?
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff there too. But my point would be Joey Janela Spring Break 3, Daniel Bryan versus PCO.
Oh Lord.
Oh, God.
No, absolutely not.
You smell and you stink at your job.
There's only so much we can take. Yeah.
Much you could take, but yeah, no, I would take that because then I could guarantee pretty much everything. It would light the world on fire. It would point the spotlight into all these sorts of places in a way that would make things go faster, essentially.
Yeah. And the fun thing about this speculation is that, he's not guaranteed to stay. If he leaves, this is all a complete possibility.
And he could do that in the next 6 months. That could very well be our fall and winter this year. Winter is coming. Yeah, it's the winter of the dick butt. Just saying. That's it for this week, everybody. Thank you all for listening. We really appreciate it. Oh yeah, what should we watch this week in wrestling? We can do that quick.
What the fuck?
All right, Yanko, what should we watch this week in wrestling since you were so eager to do it?
Oh, the Fatal 4-Way Elimination Tag Team match at Armageddon 2002.
Vassar, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali's no disqualification match. That thing was fucking insane, and I know I just stole at least more than one person's choice, probably.
Yes.
Shawkana, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
Well, since you already took my answer, let me look through my history of what I've been watching lately. Okay, yes. From January 20th of this year, Rev Pro High Stakes, Mustache Mountain versus Minoru Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr. That was a really good one.
Let's see here. Samus Dog, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
Nothing from this week. This week sucked ass. This week made me want to run up a goddamn tree. I want to punch Dr. Shelby in the mouth. I got nothing to say.
Come on, man.
I'm just that angle just, I don't know why, it just sets me off. It's just I can't explain that. So
you know why? Because it's so hard to make it bad, but they do it.
They've built this up for 6 months as a serious angle between serious competitors, and all of a sudden they're doing comedy bits in Dr. Shelby's office. Fucking.
Well, it's not even that. It's just. Look, the script is Bailey and Sasha are going to pretend to be each other in a therapy session with Dr. Shelby, and it's not funny. It makes both of them look stupid.
Stupider.
Yeah. Neither one is. Nobody even knows if Bailey's a heel or not.
Then
you know what else? Because I called. I do have something to suggest, but it's also because I called it last week. I said they're gonna bring in Dr. fucking Shelby to do this shit. I'm gonna shit all this angle, and I've given up, and I'm furious. But what I'm also salty about, I don't know if this was her decision or WWE's decision, but when all of the ladies of Glow showed up on Raw, Awesome Kong was not there, aka Karma, and that's bullshit. She's the best. So
super bullshit.
I don't know if it's her decision or their decision. It might be hers. So if it's hers, it's whatever. It's kind of sad.
Maybe she couldn't whatever.
Either way,
Schedule.
watch one of my favorite matches of the entirety of TNA, the real start of the actual women's wrestling revolution in the U.S. Final resolution 2008, Gail Kim versus Awesome Kong, no disqualification match.
Very good match, but I have to jump in for 2 seconds. You can't deny that Shelby got a hell of a pop when he came back.
No, that's
fine.
I don't have a problem with Shelby being over as a character because he is a funny character. I have a problem with them treating a storyline that could be so well done and dramatic and good, and it's not. And they've spent fucking years ramming it down our throats with documentaries and all this shit. The women are serious now. We're taking the women seriously, and you have this storyline that's just like laid out in front of you, and you turn it into a joke just to do it. Fuck off.
The levity of WWE. The levity of WWE storylines is laughable at this point.
How the fuck is Bailey being sent to counseling for beating the shit out of someone who's treating her like shit, but yet Braun Strowman can do whatever the fuck he wants and he doesn't have to go to counseling?
Dude, that's
He's too big to handle, that's why.
That's the other thing that drove me
You make
nuts.
him go to counseling, he'll just throw you across the room and through a table.
Bailey finally.
Why does
Bailey
Kevin
finally.
Owens? Go ahead.
Bailey finally gets pissed off, and then instantly gets scolded. Even though, how many times has Sasha hit her behind her back and shit like, just like, you can't be angry, you can't be mean. You're
It's
Bailey.
stupid. Yeah, it's stupid.
I think they
Drives me
kind
up
of
a
treat Kurt
fucking
Angle like he kind of like he believes they really are friends deep down, and this is his way of trying to get them to be friends again with all the forced team ups and everything. Whereas like with Kevin Owens, he thinks Owens is just a jerk, even though Owens is basically completely right about Strowman, stalking him and turning over his car and everything. But he's the bad guy, so who cares? And
I don't know. It just set me off. And that's
which, by the way,
fuck
why
that shit.
can't Owens duck a match with Strowman, but Mojo Rawley can come out and say, "No, I'm not facing." Oh, no way, Jose again.
Because Mojo Rawley's a big star.
Why is Mojo Rawley even on television?
That's what I want to know. Exactly.
Why is he even on television?
Angle's too distracted talking to Dr. Shelby on the phone.
Speaking of being too distracted, Omega BR, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
Honestly, it's kind of a gimme, but watch Sasha and Bailey from NXT Brooklyn 1, TakeOver Brooklyn 1, and remember how good it could have been and how good it was. And then, honestly, write them off. Because, and I hate saying this, but
true.
Whatever match they're going to do, it won't be nearly as good as this one was. Whatever segments they've already proven the segments, even the goofy comedy segments, are going to be terrible and not worth watching. So, until one of them becomes a title contender or Bailey truly turns heel and starts, wearing black lipstick or something, just write them off because it's not worth the aggravation.
Starts coming out in hot pants, dude.
Right. Now, Chester, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
Well, since my got taken, I'm going to look in the future one more time. I think there's a really good chance we could see a really good match between Hideo Itami and, of course, Cedric Alexander for the excuse me, for the title on 205 Live. That's coming up next week, and I can't wait for it. I think it's going to be pretty good.
Thank God it's not going to be a 10-minute pre-show match at Extreme Rules.
Couple matches you should pay attention to. Jay Lethal versus Kushida from ROH Best in the World. I am going to watch this match now. CMLL Arena Mexico show from June 29th. Barbaro Cavernario, yeah, Cavernario, whatever the fuck it is, versus King Phoenix. Which by Meltz's standards got 4.5 stars.
Yeah, I've been wanting to check that match out.
But what I did catch, and what we all failed to mention, was the Golden Lovers versus Hiromu Takahashi and Tetsuya Naito at New Japan Pro Wrestling, and the fighting
Cross CEO.
That it wasn't technically New Japan. I think Kenny Omega set that up.
Kenny Omega set it up along with the creator of CEO because they're really good friends, and New Japan basically allowed him their licensing.
Yes.
And most of their guys. Because they're all flying the fuck over there anyway for ROH and the other show, so why the hell not? Yeah. Why the fuck not? That's why you do anything.
It's just
man.
more exposure for them, so yeah.
Daryl does.
Completely forgot about that. There were some good shows there.
Daryl wrestles.
Daryl does spots.
Yeah.
Daryl does spots.
Jr.
That's right. Daryl Jr. does spots.
Oblivion.
That's right. You're right.
El
You
Hijo
know Chase
del
Owens has a
Daryl.
Bullet shirt now. Chase Owens has a Bullet Club shirt now. You know that?
Oh my god.
All right,
How long
let's.
has he been a member?
40 years? He's been a member for longer than most of the people currently in it.
And I think I'm also gonna try to pay attention to these couple Rev Pro matches. Which I saw a sequence from this match, Suzuki versus Ishii, where they tried to knock each other out. It was fantastic.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
I was spoiled
Just
on the end of this match. Okada versus Zack Sabre Jr., which I couldn't believe the ending of. And apparently Jay White versus Kyle Fletcher was very good. So we will see. All right. That's it for this week. Thank y'all for listening. We really appreciate it. Hope to see you guys soon. Thank you all for paying attention to our podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, to the Twitch channel. Like us on Facebook. Hit us up on Twitter. We got all that other nonsense. Thank you, podcastteam.com, for our theme song. Catch you all next week. We don't have an ending. This is where all the noise starts.
Starts? I mean, we started this podcast about an hour and a half ago.
Take us home, Omega BR.
Good night, Maple Park.